Well, a local record store is celebrating 1 year of selling vinyl this weekend, and they are throwing a big party to celebrate.
Too Many Records started as a YouTube channel 8 years ago. Now it's a brick and mortar in North Portland. Kohr explored the shop on North Lombard to show us their impressive and rare collection.
All right, in case you haven't checked in, vinyl has made a resurgence, continues to make a resurgence. And here in North Portland, across from the Heavenly Donuts on North Lombard, the place is called Too Many Records, celebrating its 1 year anniversary this coming Sunday with a big party I'll tell you about in just a minute. First of all, I want to introduce you to a guy whose love of music and love of collectibles sort of intertwined in about 2013 or so, and he's opened the store. This is Matt Kessler. How you doing?
Doing great.
Business is bumping, right?
It's awesome. It's been a crazy year. It's been awesome building like a community out here. People have really received the store nicely.
I walk in the front door. I see my this is my jam right here. This
Perfect debut.
It dates me a little bit with those haircuts and those guys, but they played a song and a music that I still can't forget. And I know there's a lot of us out there that still really do have a love for vinyl. Would you talk about that a little?
I think it's just the full album. We lost that, right? Everyone listens to singles or radio and streaming, and this allows you to go back to the artist's vision and actually hear front to back what they intended, and it brings you closer to the music, at least for me and the people who tend to come here.
And the big record companies are starting to repress vinyl albums instead of just dropping CDs and
oh yeah, I mean,
like
every
that.
artist now puts out a record for the most part. Very few put out CDs, and classic albums like Boston Self-Titled are getting reissues every few years too.
You get people in here who are just garden variety, people who want to buy albums. You also have collectibles and, and rare records in here as well. The Holy Grails, we call them in the biz, right?
Holy Grails, out of print records. You know, we're going to have a ton of these available at our 1 year, including this, which is one of the most rare modern records, Frank Ocean's Blonde.
Hold that up there for Carl so you can see that's Frank Ocean's Blonde.
Yeah,
now, what makes this rare?
It was available for 24 hours back in 2016, and if you didn't get it then, you paid the price later. Extremely beautiful R&B soul album, and then we have other classics in here too. You know, Japanese pressings of the Beatles.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Japanese Led Zeppelin 2 over here. We're putting out over 100 rare records on Sunday. As well as, you know, all of our walls are going to be full of them, the collectibles.
So the walls that we're looking at up here, all full of rare and collectible records, they'll be circulating, right?
Collectibles on the wall, essentials in the bins. We want something for everybody.
What a neat year that it has been, and you're going to get it started off, as I mentioned, with a celebration. Tell me about the celebration, because it's going to be a pretty big shindig here.
It's going to be awesome. So when we opened, we had 40 people in line for our day one.
Really?
And I think we might top that, to be honest, because I've been talking about this for a while. We're going to have 2 DJs inside. We're doing DJ Wags.
Starting when on Sunday?
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock on Sunday.
12 to 4, 2 DJs, DJ Wags and James Deneen. And then outside, we're doing our first parking lot show. 3 bands. We have Soul Simpatico, Fractal Quintet, and Shay Lee, all playing outside for free. But then we're also going to be slinging all this amazing wax. Like, over 500 records hitting the floor. I am so excited to celebrate what we've built here over the past year.
It'll be cool. And you do people can bring albums in. You do trade with people too.
We're always buying records, and we do house calls. So if you have records, give us a call. We'll come by and take a look at what you got.
It's noon on Sunday. The party starts. I want to show you the last picture here, because this is a favorite of Matt's. Look at Biggie Smalls right there with a little cigar in his hand, little gold chain sitting there with the crown on, the king right there. The place is called Too Many Records, and there's something about an album cover that tells me something that I don't get when I download a song or have had a CD or a cassette or anything else like that. You get a little bit more into the music. It's going to be a big celebration as we celebrate kind of the resurgence and the continued resurgence of vinyl music here at Too Many Records, right across from Heavenly Donuts on North Lombard. Look for the party to start here around noon on Sunday.
That is a classic Kohr locator if I've ever heard one.
Find it near food that he's been to before, Heavenly Donuts.
How could you miss it? It was right across from the food store.
You know, there is something really cool about going into a record store and just kind of like thumbing through, you know, all the covers to see if you find that one really cool record.
It is. It's neat. I've never owned a record player myself, so it's very much like my version of antiquing, where it's like you just look at everything, you're like, that's really cool. I'm not gonna buy it necessarily, but it's really neat.
Yeah.
If I get a record player though, that'll change. That'll change. Well, besides running the shop, owner Matt Kessler also has a podcast and an active YouTube channel all about vinyl records. So just go to toomanyrecords.net to learn more about that.
Well, there you go. You could learn more and
I probably
get into the
should.
record scene.
I do.